Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Game Dojo and welcome to 24K movies, reviews, TV shows, and gaming in the heart of gaming nation. And we are going to review the Meg to The Trench. Okay. Good, bad, ugly. We're going to move to the red for the ugly first. Alright. Let's see if we can do that there. Alright, there we go. So, for the ugly. We are in the month of horror and Halloween. I wouldn't categorize this as horror. Definitely horrible. But is it cheesy in a good way, or is it cheesy in a very bad way? First of all, Godlights. There we go. This is a sequel to a B movie. And if you've seen the first one took itself serious. This one obviously does not. There are more borrowed horror tropes from every movie you've ever seen, with gigantic sharks, prehistoric monsters, even referencing itself in Jaws 2 and Jaws 3. There's just, I guarantee you, if you've watched any movie in the past 40 years that deals with either dinosaurs, sharks, or the ocean, it was verbatim sequenced in here. And not always in a good way. So first of all, I am an older gentleman, and I prefer practical effects for many reasons. This is a CG fest for the books. I don't know what visual and CG effects they decided to use for this movie, but let me tell you something. They didn't land. They did not land. And when I mean CG, this thing is over CG to the point where you could puke coat hangers. No disrespect to Jason Statham, but you've become that throwback action guy. Like, if there's an action movie that they want to do with, like, stars from the 80s or early 90s, or people that you haven't seen in a billion years, they just throw in Jason Statham, blend it all up, crank out a plot, and there's your movie. Jason, bro, I don't know how you got locked into this category, and clearly you took some of the Fast and the Furious into this movie, because there were some Fast and the Furious moments in this movie. There's some Hobbs and Shaw in this movie too. And first of all, here's the element of danger in a shark movie. I'm not talking about a gigantic dinosaur shark movie, just in a shark movie. Here's the element of danger. If the actors know that they're in danger, it comes across to us as a dangerous situation, and thus movie magic is born. The stone faces in this movie, guys, it's called acting for a reason. I don't know if there was tennis balls you were reacting to, or if there was just nothing there, but guys, I'll tell you about the one scene that really in particular kind of killed it for me. They're in a submarine, bombs are exploding, and rocks are falling down on them. Now, normal people, because there's a little girl, and these aren't just mercenaries, killers. These are average people. Besides Jason Statham, who is a Super Trooper, Deluxe Power Ranger, Turbo Model, holy shit, deluxe package. As the rocks are falling and they're amping up the music to give anxiety, here is the person driving the submarine. Okay, bro. Your face equates to the danger you're in. Now, I know in real life you were probably sitting in a fuselage and there's nothing there to react to, but you gotta sell that shit. Like this is the end. Like my boy McBride told Jonah, you're a Hollywood actor, man. You should be selling that shit. You're an Academy Award winner. You should be selling that shit. But there was no sell. There was no sell. I've seen better sells in a wrestling match. In a WWE modern wrestling match, I've seen better sells. But, bro, first of all, if there is no danger and no chance of the main people dying, because we pretty much knew who they were established by the beginning, there's no danger. Thus, it takes all the piss out of the scene of us thinking they're gonna die. Everything was cliched from beginning to end, including the token black guy who has to be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? He wearing a hat, the leatherback. And the funny part is, when he first came on the scene, I was like, oh shit, is that Cockroach from the Cosby Show? No. Though I did see another movie this weekend called The Feast, and part 2 did feature Cockroach from the Cosby Show. I can't take it. So this is movie 2 of the Halloween 31 Days of Halloween review. Oh my god. If you're looking for a thrill, action, CG'd, over CG'd, double, triple CG'd, to death thrill ride, this is it. But I'm going to tell you, this is along the lines of Sharknado 6, Anaconda 7, friggin', oh my god, all those movies that you never heard of that had sequels and sequelitis. This is, yeah. And Jason, brother, you were top billing. My boy in Snatch, the transporter. I couldn't go with you with Crank, the whole thing with the thing in your heart. If your heart stops, you know, so you got to keep doing adrenaline shit. You got to be high to watch that movie. But I went with you. I was there. Expendables, I was there. Fast and the Furious, I wasn't there. I mean, I saw it, but I wasn't there. I didn't. Hobbs and Shaw. Jason, your kicks, your martial arts, bro. That was your legacy written in Hollywood. Where did it go? How are you just that dude now? Jeff Fahey, freaking. When it comes to those B-rated movies where they just throw the guy in and he's supposed to sell the movie. Jason, brother, I've seen better acting in Cheerios commercials. I mean, get your paycheck, boo-boo. This is what you signed on to carry this. Get your check, get your money, get your change. But as far as, you don't have to take every role that's offered to you. You don't have to. And if you do, you know, you could put some input in on it. Do you remember what happened with Pacific Rim 2? You know, Pacific Rim was that beautiful, out-of-the-box, amazing original story, and then Part 2 came out, and you were like, what the fuck is this? Same thing happened. Independence Day 1, phenomenal movie, blow it out of the box, absolutely amazing. Here comes Independence 2. I can't wait to see it. What the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? What happened? Guys, Hollywood. I know you guys have sequelitis. I know you do sequels and prequels and reimagining and reboots, like I said, until you can puke coat hangers. I get it. You out there to make the money. But on the same token, bro, you can do better than this. It's like there's no advanced screenings. Nobody sat down in advanced screening which is like, yeah, maybe we could send this back to VFX. Maybe they could touch some shit up, you know, and make it look a little bit more believable. Stupid reactions, stupid acting, horrible timing with line, bro. And here's another thing. Here's a horror trope that I hate. I don't know about y'all out there in movie land, but here's one of my biggest pet peeves, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. You already have an antagonist in the movie with the gigantic sharks and the dinosaur creatures and the gigantic octopus, the kraken with all the legs. You already have that. Why do we need a human antagonist to make things 1,000% worse? It doesn't come off, because what happens is, and this is what I'm talking about, the bad guy is so locked onto killing the protagonist that he doesn't care if it's zombies, he doesn't care if it's aliens, gigantic friggin' sharks, gigantic octopuses, dinosaurs. He doesn't care. He doesn't see that as I'm going to kill you. It doesn't matter that all the stuff around me is going to kill me as long as I kill you. And there are great films that even fell on this plot. Attack the Block is one of them. Why did this drug dealer run around trying to kill the main antagonist with aliens ripping apart all of his boys and everybody in there? I'm gonna kill you because you made me look bad. It just no. Look, realistically, if I'm a bad guy, you killed my brother, my sister, but there's zombies and aliens and monsters and giant sharks and dinosaurs around. When I survive, me and you gonna hash it out. When I survive, me and you are gonna hash it out. Then we can take care of shit. We can square off. I can kill you, screwdriver to the head, whatever happens. We can do that. But before that, self-preservation is number one, which somehow these movies seem to forget all the time. One of my favorite zombie movies, which I won't quote in here, but it was a building full of people, and you had a set of bad people and a set of worse people, and they're stuck together in this building, and a zombie apocalypse is going on, and they take the time to fight each other to the detriment of each other, and it's dumb. It's dumb. I get you have hate for somebody, but let me explain to you how this works. I may hate you, I may not like you, but if it comes between you taking a mouth to the neck so that I can live, I need you. It's simple as that. If I have a problem with you and I'm trying to kill you, now I have no extra people to be that buffer zone between me and the aliens, the zombies, the monsters, the gigantic sharks, the dinosaurs, the friggin' octopus. Like, it just doesn't make sense. And in this movie, it didn't. First of all, the main protagonist in this movie, the evil bad guy that was under the water, he got knocked the fuck out and knocked into the water, and the whole thing blew up. But magically he was able to run, find a working suit in the space of a second, find a working suit, hook on to a vessel, and float up to the top when there were no more. So that was just bullshit. So there were so many bullshit sins in this movie. So without taking you through each bullshit sin, this is my bullshit counter. From beginning to end, I counted 417 bullshit moments where I'm just like, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Not believing it, not real, bullshit. 417. Now, having said that, here's the good about this movie. It's action-packed, even though it's CG'd. It's action-packed. It has its moments of levity, and it has its moments of fun. It does have some moments of fun because, at the very least, I'm glad they added certain moments. A woman talking on the phone in front of a glass. Oh, these glasses are megalodon proof, which I'm not even sure that's a thing, because how can you test the megalodon's bite strength on glass when there were no megalodons? Never mind. She gets eaten in a Deep Blue Sea moment from Samuel L. Jackson when he was talking and he got eaten by the pool. Like I said, there are verbatim moments in here that you're like, didn't I see that before in another movie? Yes, a better movie. You did see it. And they just spliced them together, blended them together, and here we have the Meg. I'm not taking away from him for that, because the highest form of flattery is imitation. So if you're imitating these movies, you're flattered by them. So I give you credit. Though the other movies did them better, they landed better, you at least imitated them. So I'll give you credit on that. The movie had its moments of, like I said, it had its moments of fun for me because it's just mindless action. At a certain point, it's mindless action, and I can't in good conscience say I hated this 100% when I watch movies and have them in my library like The Guyver and The Guyver 2. Anytime Jimmy Walker in a gremlin costume is an alien and I'm okay with it, I can't knock the Meg. Can't do it. After all, I've seen Mansquito. This is much better than Mansquito. I've seen Solo with Mario Van Peebles, where he has the parts of many different people, including the fighting skills of Bruce Lee and the abilities of Michael Jordan. I am not lying. It's a movie. Go and look up the trailer on YouTube. Solo with Mario Van Peebles. Bro, I have seen some cringe-worthy movies. So I give this movie an upper above those because it's above them. Not by much, but it's above them. This is damn sure better than Anaconda's Blood Rubies, which I didn't even know there was more parts to Anacondas besides I didn't know. This is better than Lavalantua. Yes, there's a movie where tarantulas from lava inside of a volcano came out. Two-headed shark attack. Bro, I have seen some movies. So I am going to give this the credit above that because this is a sequel to a B movie, which you would want to outdo the B movie because the first B movie didn't know it was a B movie. It thought it was an A movie. But turns out, no, it was a B movie. This is the sequel to that B movie. And you would expect it to even the B-ness, maybe even shoot for that A rating? No, it goes right down to C. For mindless fun and entertainment, I gotta give it 2 points there. 2 out of 5. Just for fun. I will crank it up to another dot because the action sequences, though completely CG'd and computer generated to the point where it's not even accidentally believable. There is a scene where he's fighting 3 megalodons on a jet ski, like you can see in the picture. And in one scene, a shark dives down, splashes, the water comes up, he's riding in the air, and he sticks it in the top of a megalodon and it blows his head off. And that was an amazing little scene. The CG looked really good. It was an amazing scene. And then it's almost immediately followed by a horrible CG shark scene where, of course, the bad guy in a boat is chasing him on a jet ski, missing every bullet he shoots. But then the Meg, who is chasing him behind the boat, decides the bad guy is not needed because that's the storyline. He decides, I'm not going after the bad line because that's written in the story. Though that shark would have almost certainly went for the bigger target that's making more noise instead of the little target that's almost doing nothing in the water. But I digress. As the shark comes in and jumps, it is like literally the worst CG. So how do you go from a moment of believable CG and a holy shit awesome scene into a completely, oh my god, what the hell was that? I've seen better CG on YouTube from, Danny down the block. Like, bro, if they ever picked average people from YouTube with Adobe After Effects and studios to actually make movies with a Hollywood budget, they would put Hollywood out of business. They would honestly put Hollywood out of business. I just saw a Mortal Kombat fan-made movie skit with Scorpion and Sub-Zero, and let me tell you, it was better than the actual Mortal Kombat movie that premiered a year or two ago. How can a fan with no money budget, nowhere near the Hollywood billions and millions of dollars that you had, make it better with their effects? Come on, guys. Honestly. How? But I digress. So, what is the rating we give Meg the Trench 2? Well, it's Halloween. It's the Halloween month. So what are we going to give it? I'm feeling in the spirit. I gave it 2 plus a third additional star, and I think that's pretty much where I'm going to sit it. I am going to give this nickel. I am going to give this a nickel rating. Definitely can't give it gold. Definitely can't give it platinum. Nickel. It falls. It's a little bit higher than copper, so I can't give it copper because it did do better than copper. Like I said, it had its moments and it had a lot of levity, but nickel. So here from the Game Dojo, we give the Meg to the Trench nickel-plated rating. Nickel. Jason Statham, I hope you take better projects, brother. We ain't even gonna talk about the Expendables 4. Ain't even gonna go there. Not gonna do it. If you're tired of acting, brother, just sit back, waste it out. All the other beautiful actors that are action from our childhood, they're done. Or you can go and do the Donnie Yen roles, where you pick and choose those roles that you want to do. Your passion projects, bruh. You can do that. You are an actor of that caliber. Go back over to the UK, like Idris Elba. Go and do those movies that showcase you and your abilities. Bruh, you do have some acting chops. It's just the movies that you've been surrounded in lately, they don't showcase your ability because they're putting other people as top billing and you as the filler. You are a top biller. You have been and you still are. You just have to know your wealth and marketing yourself. And I don't know who's not marketing you that way in Hollywood, brother, but you definitely have the talent. You have like the martial arts skills of Van Damme and Tony Jaa, yet you're left to these movies. Meg 2, The Trench. Brother, what's next? Sharknado? Am I going to see you in Sharknado? Because that means the end of your career. I don't want it to be the end of your career. Anyways, from the Game Dojo, I'm the Game Ninja in the heart of gamer country saying the Meg 2, The Trench. Watch it if you got time, if you ain't got nothing to do, if you want to kill some time. There are definitely better shark movies out there, definitely better dinosaur movies out there, definitely better CG movies out there. Period. Bar none. But for some mindless, B-rated, fun... Actually, you know, I can't even say that because Tremors killed y'all in this department. And Tremors did have CG, but it also had practical. I know practical is expensive, but you guys have a budget. Use your budget well. Look at Jaws back in the 70s. It had practical, and it used the practical. We all saw what happened with CG went to Jaws. We ain't going to speak about Part 3, which y'all should have referenced that. Part 3, the Dennis Quaid SeaWorld 1. Whew. 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 That one looked like somebody wrote on a piece of tracing paper, put a shark and just walked it across the screen. Like, whoa. You don't even want to be in that vicinity. That's what I'm saying. If there is a Meg 3, go back to the drawing board. Let a private studio do it. Let it be a passion project. Let somebody from Japan or Korea or China work on the script. Work on something good, because those Korean horror movies, those Chinese horror movies, those Japanese, those foreign horror movies, even from Spain, they get it. They get horror. They get the horror genre. And if you want this to be a horror movie with a comic element to it, they do them well. Try going over there and getting some ideas, because damn, that's all I can say. I mean, it's not a total piece of Smeg, which if you put the S in front of it is Smeg 2, The Trench. If you were Red Dwarf fans, you got that. If you didn't, better dead than Smeg. Never mind. But like I said, if you guys are gonna do a Meg 3, I can't see myself watching it. Like, I literally spent most of my time on my phone watching stuff on my phone than this, guys. Sorry. And that's just not good. It's not good enough. And it's released in theaters. This wasn't just a home video release. This was released in theaters. And now you on Max. You streaming on Max, bro. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We got a lot more coming for you. Stay tuned, because we're going to have, I think it's October 3rd, so we're going to have three movies coming out for the 31 days of Halloween. We're going to try to do one each day, and on the days we miss, we're going to go and re-backdate those, because we're going to be doing horror all month. Or horrible, in this case. It wasn't horrible. Yeah, it was. Not going to lie. It wasn't a piece of dog shit, but it was horrible. It wasn't, like, literally, no. Alright, from the Game Dojo, we out of here. Thank you guys for joining me.